The Palmyra School District hosted an open house tonight. The event showed parts of its newly renovated high school gym, science, and alternative education classrooms. Along with the open house event tonight, the Board of Education hosted a public forum to discuss the school district's comprehensive school improvement plan for the future. The superintendent, Jason Harper, says the recent renovations are only phase one of the full plan.
We are actually starting the tennis courts here in the next couple of weeks, and then we're having talks with potential playground and LED lighting throughout the school district. Those are the three secondary projects. We're trying to get those hopefully get done in the summer of '26.
Harper says the remaining projects to be done in the future would be funded with the remainder of that bond money.